When you hear the word Buddhist world, you think of monks, temples, silence, right? But history was not always peaceful. Some Buddhist lands disappeared, not in one night, but through trade, kings, and war. Today we explore 5 places that were once deeply Buddhist and how history changed their faith forever. First, we have Afghanistan. Long before mosques stood in Afghanistan, this land was one of the greatest Buddhist centers on earth. The Bamiyan Valley once held giant Buddha statues carved into cliffs, watched by monks from India and China. But in the 7th century, everything changed. Arab armies entered Central Asia. Battles followed, cities fell. Buddhist monasteries lost protection, some were destroyed, others abandoned. By the 10th century, Buddhism had vanished from Afghanistan. Today, Afghanistan is an Islamic state, and under current rule, public practice of other religions is not permitted. Can Buddhism return? Realistically, no. Not in the foreseeable future. The second is Maldives. The Maldives tells a different story. For over 1,000 years, every island was Buddhist. Then in 1153, one decision changed everything. The king converted to Islam. No great war, no invasion. But once the ruler changed, the law followed. By law, only Muslims can be Maldivian citizens. Buddhism was banned. Temples disappeared. The people converted, not by choice, but by command. Now is Bangladesh. Bengal was once ruled by Buddhist kings of the Pala Empire. They built monasteries, universities, and protected monks. Then in 1204, invasion came. Turkic general Bakhtiar Khilji attacked. Monasteries were burned, monks were killed or fled. This was not slow conversion. This was collapse. When power changed hands, religion followed. By the 14th century, Islam dominated Bengal and Indonesia in Southeast Asia. Indonesia was once home to the world's largest Buddhist monument, Borobudur. Powerful Buddhist empires ruled these islands. Islam arrived not with swords, but ships. Traders came. Ideas followed. Arab traders and Persia sailors married with Indonesian local women. For decades, the traders lived in ports, built small mosques. Muslim traders dominated Indian Ocean trade and asked for diplomatic recognition in some ports like Demak. Then Muslim rulers replaced Buddhist kings. No mass war, but when rulers change, history changes. And yes, the religion also shifted. Buddhism faded, Islam rose. Finally, we have Malaysia. Ancient Malaysia followed Buddhism and Hinduism. Around 1400 to 1414, ruler of Malacca, Paramaswara, converted to Islam, becoming Sultan Iskandar Shah. This was the decisive moment. Malacca controlled trade routes, diplomacy, political legitimacy. So other city rulers converted to stay connected. Islamic law spread through administration. Mosques replaced royal temples. Islam became law. A Muslim man is allowed to marry a woman who is Christian or Jewish. However, she must be chaste, the marriage must be public, and the children are expected to be raised as Muslims. But Islam does not allow a Muslim man to marry women who follow polytheistic religions such as Hinduism or Buddhism unless they convert. For Muslim women, the rule is stricter. Islamic law does not permit a Muslim woman to marry a non-Muslim man. If you want to marry a Muslim woman, you must convert to Islam before marriage. Buddhism slowly disappeared from state life. Now in Malaysia, about 63% of the population are Muslims, while around 19 to 20% are Buddhists. History is not about blaming religions, it is about understanding power. Trade persuades, kings decide, wars erase. If we forget this, history will repeat itself. What lesson do you see in this story? Drop your thoughts in the comment. This story is not about criticizing any religion. We apologize if it caused any offense. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for the next videos.